Hello, Mike here with the Dreamer's Tales, introducing this month's story, Celephais by H P Lovecraft. Originally written in 1920 and then published in a small amateur magazine called The Rainbow, or Rainbow. Lovecraft wrote in his correspondence that he was influenced by a dream he had to write this story. And of course, several of his stories were influenced by his dreams throughout his career. The Celephais is part of our Dark Dreamlands Volume 1 audiobook that we'll be putting out later on this year, so look for that. A really evocative story with some great visuals going on. Patrons will get exclusive access to downloads and streaming of all the Dark Dreamlands stories by Lovecraft that we produce. As well as stories by Robert E. Howard, Clark Ashton Smith, Lord Dunsany, and a bunch more. So here are some excerpts from our production of Celephais by H P Lovecraft. We hope you enjoy it, and thanks for tuning in.
Celephais by H P Lovecraft. In a dream, Kirani saw the city in the valley, and the seacoast beyond, and the snowy peak overlooking the sea, and the gaily painted galleys that sail out of the harbor toward the distant regions where the sea meets the sky. In a dream it was also that he came by his name of Kiranis, for when awake he was called by another name. Perhaps it was natural for him to dream a new name, for he was the last of his family, and alone among the indifferent millions of London. So there were not many to speak to him and remind him who he had been. Just as they galloped up the rising ground to the precipice, a golden glare came somewhere out of the east and hid all the landscape in its effulgent draperies. The abyss was now a seething chaos of roseate and cerulean splendor, and invisible voices sang exultantly as the nightly entourage plunged over the edge and floated gracefully down past glittering clouds and silvery coruscations. Endlessly down the horsemen floated, their chargers pawing the ether as if galloping over golden sands. And then the luminous vapors spread apart to reveal a greater brightness, the brightness of the city of Celephais and the seacoast beyond, and the snowy peak overlooking the sea, and the gaily painted galleys that sail out of the harbor toward distant regions where the sea meets the sky. And Kiranis reigned thereafter